Hey everyone, today we're going to work on our upgrade shop. Now I did a poll and the majority of you decided we would do both. We would design the shop and program the first upgrade in today's video. What we're going to do is exactly that. Now if we were to do this from scratch, this video would be about 40-45 minutes long roughly, which I just thought wouldn't be optimal. So what I have done is I have already made a upgrades building. So I've just duplicated my exchange building and made a buy upgrades here one. Now they look the exact same, but they're not. Anyway, under this upgrade building, I've got the upgrade pad, which before was the sell pad, and I've just renamed the sell pad to upgrade pad and made it a different color. Okay, now to save us creating all the UI and to save some length of the video, what I have done is saved you a lot of time and created a template model for the shop for you. So if you go in the description or in our Discord server, you will be able to find the model which we are using for this template, or the template we're using for the shop, should I say. So if you go onto that link and install it, what you can then do is open up Studio, go to the toolbox, under my models, you'll be able to find it once you've installed it. So I'm then going to click on this and bring it in. What we can do with this upgrade shop is we're going to drag it into starter GUI and we're going to get this that pops up. Now this is the template for the UI you're going to use. If you want to make your own, go for it, but I won't be able to follow along with your specific design. Now under this upgrade shop, we've got an image label called shop and some other cool stuff. Now we don't need to play around with this too much. All we need to do is open up the scroll frame. This, first of all actually, under this frame here, we've got a text button. So I'm going to rename this from frame to close frame. Now this text button is our close button. So what we are going to do is under this text button, we're going to add in a local script, and this will allow us to close. So first of all, let's create a local button variable, which will be equal to the script.parent. This is the actual button object. We can then say button.mouse button one click :connect function. Now what we can say in here is button.parent .parent.visible equals false. What this is saying is our button, which is our text button, .parent is the close frame, .parent is the shop, and we want to make the visibility false on here. Now that's our close button done. Next, before we work on our upgrade, which the upgrade we're going to make today is +1 speed per step, so every step you take you get plus an extra speed. What we're going to do instead is first of all make the open script. So under our upgrade shop, we're going to add in a local script, which I'm going to call this open upgrade shop 1 for now. Okay, so now I'm not too sure how this is going to turn out in the future when we make multiple islands, but for now, just know that this open upgrade shop 1, for now it's going to be called that, and under replicated storage, we're going to add a folder called shop events, and in here we're going to add our remote event. We're going to rename it to show upgrade shop 1. Now you may not need this open upgrade shop 1, this may just be a universal script for open upgrade shop. In fact, I'm going to be completely honest, we may not even need this folder, but we'll see how it unfolds in the future when we make multiple islands. But for now we'll leave it as this. And what we want to say in here is game.replicated storage shop events, yes, shop events.show upgrade 1 shop .onClient event :connect function, and then we want to say script.parent.shop.visible equals not script.parent.shop.visible. So if it's already visible, we'll make it invisible. If it's invisible, we'll make it visible. Next, what we're going to do is under server script service, we're going to add in a new script, and this will be, in fact, we're going to add a new folder for shop scripts, and we're going to add this script into this folder, which will rename this script to open upgrade shop 1. Exact same name as this local script, but this is going to be the server version. So first of all, we're going to create a debounce. So local debounce equals false. Now I'll just call this db, short for debounce. Now I believe we have used a debounce already in this game. I can't remember. Next we'll say game.workspace.island1 buildings. It's basically you want to find your open upgrades, your upgrade pad. So wherever that is, you want to find that. So for me, it's island1 buildings dot upgrade building dot upgrade pad, dot touched colon connect function, and then we're going to add in hit here. We're going to pass that in. Now in here we need to say if not db, then, so if dbounce is false, then first of all we're going to set dbounce to true, and then we'll say if game.players colon get player from character hit.parent, then, so if a player exists is what we're saying here. So if we can get a character of hit.parent, because hit will be like the foot.parent. We've already gone through this before. You should have a rough idea of what this is. I'm not going to explain it too much, but basically if the player exists and it's not like something else that's hitting the part, we'll say game.replicated storage dot shop events dot show upgrade one shop colon fire client, and we want to fire game.players. We want to pass in game.players. In fact, a better way of doing this would be saying local player equals game.players colon get player from character hit.parent, and then we'll say if player then, and then rather than doing all this we can just pass in player into here. Then after we've done that, we're going to, after this if statement, wait 2 seconds and then set dbounce to false again. So this just means they can't keep constantly opening the shop. So what we're going to do now is, first of all, I'm going to make this shop invisible. I'm going to go to shop, under properties, visible off, and I'm just going to play. Now I'm going to see if I touch this pad, does the shop open? It should do, but we'll find out. Okay, so here we go. I'm going to touch the pad and it opens the shop. Perfect. What we're going to do now is program our first upgrade. Under our scrolling frame, you'll see we've got upgrade 1. So let me make the shop visible again. And now under upgrade 1, we've got upgrade and this text button. Now, first of all, what we're going to do is under local, we're going to add a local script, and this will be called text. This is where we're going to change the text of our text button. So in here, we're going to first of all say local player equals game dot players dot local player. Okay, so once we've got our local player variable, we're going to say while wait do. Now we haven't made any of these variables yet, but we're about to use some which we've not yet made. So just copy this line of code here. So what we're going to say is script.parent.parent.parent dot what's the description? That's it. Dot description. There we go. Dot description dot text is going to be equal to. So we're going to say cost colon, and this will be the cost of the upgrade. So dot plr dot upgrades. Now I know we haven't made this yet, but just follow along. Dot upgrade 1 cost dot value dot, and then we're going to have say coins, and then backslash. Now I'm going to say backslash n. This will start a new line in our text, and this was then we'll say level colon space dot plr dot upgrades dot upgrade 1 level dot value. So what you should have is a line of code that looks like this. Make sure you spelt it exactly correct, because if you haven't, you're going to get major problems and this won't work. So make sure this is spelt completely correct. And now we're going to go and make these variables. Okay, so what I'm going to do is drop down a few lines, and I'm going to create a comment which will say upgrade 1, like this. Now this is how we know we're going to have our first upgrade. So what we're going to do is create a local upgrade folder equals instance.new folder. Now, just like we're doing up here, we're creating a new folder for our upgrades. And this folder is going to be inside of the player. We're then also going to say upgrade folder dot name equals upgrades. Next we'll say local upgrade. In fact, I'm going to put this upgrade folder up the top here with all our other folders. So we'll say local upgrade 1 level. We're going to set this to instance.new. This is going to be an int value because it's a level, and we're going to put this inside of the upgrades folder. Next we're going to say upgrade 1 level.name equals upgrade 1 level, and then we're going to say upgrades 1 level.value by default is going to be 0. Now what we're going to do is copy these 3 lines of code, drop down and paste it, and this will be upgrade 1 cost. So let's paste these in, and this will become upgrade 1 cost. Now by default I'm going to have the upgrade 1 cost as 500 and everything looks fine. Now under our text button again, we're going to add another local script, and I'm going to rename this to fire event because this is where we're going to fire our event. So in here we're going to say script.parent.mousebutton-click, so once :connect function. So once the button has been clicked, we're going to say game.replicatedStorage.upgrade events. Once again, we've not made this yet. .upgrade1 event :fire server. So now what we're going to do under replicated storage, we're going to add a folder called upgrade events, and in here we're going to add a remote event called upgrade1 event. And now we can close that. Okay, now what we're going to do is under our event script, we're going to create our function for this event. So we'll say game.replicatedStorage.upgradeEvents.upgrade1 event .onServerEvent : connect function player. Now in here, well, first of all, we need to do an if statement to make sure that our coins are greater than the cost of the thing, so we can actually do this. So to do that, we'll say if player.leaderstats .coins.value is greater than or equal to player.upgrades.upgrade1 cost.value. Then what we need to do is take away this cost from our coins value. So player.leaderstats.coins.value minus equals player.upgrades.upgrade1 cost.value. We then need to increase the value of our cost and increase the level. So to do that, we're going to say player.upgrades.upgrade1 cost.value times equals, and I'm going to multiply it by about 1.35 because we want this to be quite a rapidly increasing, not quite exponential, but quite a rapidly increasing upgrade cost. And then what we're going to do is, of course, increase the level by 1. So player.upgrades.upgrade1 level.value plus equals 1. And that should be it, I believe. I think that's everything we need. So I'm going to go to our shop and make it invisible now. Before we can do all this, we need to go where we've got plus, where we've got our dot add points, where we've got player.offsets.points.value plus equals 1 plus the player.leaderstats.rebirths.value. We want to add onto here plus player.upgrades.upgrade1 level.value. Because whatever the level of our upgrade is going to be the amount that we want to add per step, because it's plus 1 point per step. So now if we walk, we're getting not 1 point per step. If we can't actually buy this yet because we don't have 500 coins, so let's get 500 coins. Okay, so I've got 600 coins just for testing here, so when we do this, we should be able to buy it. This will say level 1. This 500 will be multiplied by 1.35, which is, I'm not too sure, a number. What, about 680? Not sure about that, I might be wrong there. Roughly about 680. The level should go to 1 and we should get 2 points per step. And our coins should go to 100. So you click buy. Oh, I was so close, 675. Anyway, we've got level 1, 675 coins, and it's minus our 100 coins there. So now we're getting 2 points per step. Now we can't buy it again because we don't have the correct number of coins. So let's get more coins. Okay, I've gone a bit overboard here, but you'll see we can now buy it again, and again, and again, and again, and again, and again. And you see it's all good. Now we're getting loads of points per step. Now we do need to make this save. It's not going to save like this. So if we go into our, data store script, we're going to make a local save value 5 equals player dot, this will be player.upgrades.upgrade1 level, and then we'll make a local save value 6 equals player.upgrades.upgrade2 level. No, upgrade 1 cost, sorry. Now what we can do is make a separate data store for our upgrades, but I'm not going to get into that because that's just a bit complicated. Instead we're just going to make this one big long script. And now we're going to copy our save value 4, paste. So we have save value 5 and save value 6 equals get saved 5 and get saved 6. We then of course need our comma, save value 5 dot value and save value 6 dot value. And once again, comma, player dot upgrades dot upgrade 1 level dot value and player dot upgrades dot upgrade 2 upgrade 1 cost dot value. There we go. Now that should save. I'm sorry this is so confusing and complicated, but it is what it is. There's no real easy way of doing this. If we were to now buy that, so the cost has gone to 0 because we've just added it. So unfortunately what we have to do now is reset our data store again. So you'll see now I have 500 coins. I'm going to buy this upgrade. Buy. There we go. We're now getting 2 per step. I'm going to stop and we'll reload and see what it's all saying. But yeah, unfortunately every time you add an upgrade you are going to have to do it all again, reset your data store. You don't have to. You can write a line of code which basically says if the level equals 0, then make it 1. I'll show you when we do our second upgrade, but for now we're alright. So actually, you know you won't have to reset your data store, that's just me waffling. Now if we touch this, you'll see it's still level 1, 675 coins, and we're still getting our points. Awesome. So that is it for this video, everyone. Not quite the 40-minute video I had in mind, but that's only because I gave you this template and I've rushed through the code. Sorry I've not explained it brilliantly. It's more of a copy and paste, watch and learn kind of thing. But I'm afraid this video is just, it would be far too long to explain everything. So if you do have any problems with this project, I recommend you join our Discord server, link is in description, and post in there where I'll be able to help you, just because it's getting to the point now where we're getting a lot of people are asking for help in the comments, but it's hard to see every comment. Sometimes we accidentally miss some because there's just like so many to reply to, and it's just, yeah, it's a bit harder to keep track now. If you immediately need help as soon as possible and want to guarantee yourself help, join our Discord server where we read like every message. I hope you have managed to get this sorted. I know this was confusing, but we did it, right? We got past the most complicated bits so far. In the next video, we are going to go over stamina, which is so like if you've ever played a simulator before, or you've got like backpacks, you have to upgrade your backpack size. It's going to be kind of like that. So you have, say, you'll only be able to get like 500 points at one time, then you'll be forced to sell, and then you have to get more points to upgrade your max stamina. So the number of points you can have at once. So we'll do that next time, but for now, everything looks like it's going well, and I hope that you found this helpful. As I say, if you do need help, join our Discord server, because we can guarantee help there. Anyway, I'll see you in the next video, everyone. Hope you found this helpful, and goodbye.